No? Uh, does Colombia have a problem with the Somalian immigrants down there? Nope.
No,
Would
I've
they even
thought that
allow it?
through.
I don't think they'd even allow it.
I've thought that through. I mean, it would all. I don't even know how that would work. The whole system is just not in place for that to even be there. First off,
Good.
there's nowhere you're
Keep
going to
it
be
that way.
defrauding the government. You're not going to be defrauding the government. Now you might be here illegally, but again, that's on you. You better be paying for your own food each day and not committing a crime. So I mean, if somebody wanted to do that, they probably could. But what they couldn't do is come here and start changing the culture. It would be very. It'd be. I mean, I'm not saying that we're weak in the United States, but we open ourselves up to it by letting this stuff happen like this under our very liberal, nice laws. Liberal being in the good way, not in the political way.
Yeah.
I
They
mean, we're a liberty, that's Statue of Liberty and all that. And that should be fine, but we're being taken advantage of. And the institutional lack of control at the top is who we need to point the fingers at here. You can't
well they
blame people for taking up on opportunity. You can blame them for committing a crime. But at the end of the day, it's the gatekeeper. That's the one we got to look at. And that should be
I
the federal
think
government.
I think that Minnesota recently changed their state flag and it resembles the Somali flag. I don't know if you heard that. It's a little bit
I did.
strange.
Yes, no, it is true. But the thing is about that, you got to do the sync of the clock. That was
Yep.
something that was approved. That was something that was approved by regular Minnesotans, so to speak,
Mm,
a couple of years ago to symbolize the North Star and all this other stuff. And it's
I yeah.
just by chance, according to the Snopes treatment of this, that then later then it does look like it. But on that note, I will say this to my Somali friend. Now that your country has officially been recognized by Israel as a real country, congratulations. Round of applause is due for the Somalian nation or Republic of Somalia or whatever it is. They now have their own country. Therefore, you no longer need to have refugee status in the United States. Therefore, you can go home
Stay home. Sorry.
or assimilate or legally be here. I mean, obviously some people are going to be convicted of some kind of crimes here, panning out to be the largest healthcare fraud or fraud in general, public fraud in
Yeah,
U.S.
this is
history.
gonna
It
get
accounts over
really, really
$100 million.
meaty, really
This
interesting here
dwarfs,
soon.
just look, here's an interesting angle. We're talking money on par with what we're the war on the cartels in the United States make about 24 to $48 billion a year. If this was 100 billion, as much as they're saying over since 2018, it's not quite that money, but it's in the ballpark. So we're
Yeah, it
talking
is.
something that is a fraud level yearly in the United States is the same amount as the gross, how much we pay in to buy drugs, illegal drugs as customers in the United States.
It's the whole country. These are Minnesotans that are paying. Just one state's paying for all
It,
this.
I saw that 16. It was like somebody did the math. Somebody did the math. $1,600 per Minnesotan
Hey, I
a
want my
year.
money back. I
Did
li
you live there during this time?
Well, when they changed the flag, I was there, and I was against it, as a lot of my Minnesota friends were. They didn't know, "Don't do that."
Well, then let's fact check. When did you move?
I've been here 2 years, so 23.
Okay,
So
so they changed the flag prior to that. I don't know when the Somali thing became a big deal, but
well,
anyway.
I don't know when they changed. I do remember it being an issue when I was there.
Okay, well, it must. Okay,
We will
okay.
look
So it
into
must.
that.
We'll look into somebody from Minnesota. Great. Anybody from Gen X out there want to chime in on that? Yeah, that's about all we have on this one. We're going to pick back up on Friday and talk a little bit more about Venezuela, but in a more lighthearted way. And we're going to also talk about some other expat type stuff, but in a Gen X way, in a lighthearted way. And then we have some spooky things we're going to talk about. You ready for that on Friday, Troy?
I'm ready for that one.